Hey everybody, welcome back to ShakmGaming and welcome back to Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars, the Director's Cut. In the previous episodes, we uncovered a ancient manuscript that somehow links the killers and the victims to the Templars. We have no idea how yet, we just have a rough idea according to the manuscript. And now I'm gonna go back to Nico and talk more about it. See if we can find a new lead maybe.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, hi. Come in, George.
All right, so let's talk about the manuscript in more detail now.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
All right, so there is about 5 pictures here. Let's talk about each of them. I'm guessing the central one is going to be the one that nets us our next lead.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull.
The only mythological bull I know of is the Minotaur, but he was only half bull.
I don't think I'd like to be half a bull, even if it was the bottom half.
What's that object between them?
It looks like a gem on top of a tripod.
Interesting, that could actually be very relevant to the game. Like, I don't know about the other pictures, but these kinds of things like this crystal here or that ball over there, those might actually come up in the game, I'm guessing. All right, let's keep going though.
There's a guy working on a loom. He's weaving a carpet or a tapestry.
Or a duvet cover? It's a clue to a place, I reckon. Somewhere famed for weaving and ships.
Where folk live in barrels?
It beats copper boxes.
Oh, the irony.
A knight with a crystal ball. Now, there's something written on the scroll beside the knight.
Yes, but it's written in Latin. Per disciplinam mea lux videbis.
By my teachings, you will see the light.
You speak Latin? Where did you learn a trick like that?
A trick? I studied law, okay? I can read Latin.
My, you're touchy. Tell me that again.
Oh, I guess Nico digs Latin or men speaking Latin. Let's see where that leads.
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
She reminds me of the wicked queen in Snow White.
She was the one who said, "Mirror, mirror on the wall," wasn't she? She made me cry so much when I was a kid. Mom carried me out of the movie theater.
She didn't frighten me in the least.
Like I said, I was only a kid. I didn't like the crocodile in Peter Pan either.
Oh man, the crocodile in Peter Pan, you know, the one with the ticking clock. You could hear him approaching every time the clock was to be heard. Interesting. Let's go for the central one. Now I'm guessing this is the one that actually pushes the story forward.
Look there, 2 guys on the same horse. Let's face it, we need help, George. Someone who knows about these things.
Who do you suggest? Indiana Jones?
I know a guy who specializes in medieval studies. His name is Lobineau.
Huh. Some stuffy old fossil who gets horny over ancient relics, I suppose.
Far from it. Andre isn't the stereotypical professor you have in mind.
Where can I find this Lobineau guy?
At the Crune Museum. I'll give you the address.
All right, and we got our lead. We can go to the Crune Museum and talk to an archaeologist, I guess. All right, can we do anything more about this?
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
No, we already did that. Thank you very much. Can I leave?
I have to go.
Okay. Don't forget to look for Lobineau at the Crune Museum.
Well, seeing as this is my only lead, I obviously will not. All right, let's go. Now, where is that museum? Musee Crune. Let's go right there. All right. Looks small, but that's okay. Let's go inside. Well, I don't see anybody who looks like a professor, so I'm guessing that's to come later. Let's look around a bit.
In the case was a spindly tripod, blackened with age and pitted with rust. It was identical to the tripod pictured on the manuscript. A notice identified it as 15th century from Western Ireland. It had been found in Lochmarne at the site of a Knights Templar preceptory. Ireland!
What's that?
This tripod was found in Ireland.
I will have to ask you to keep your voice down.
I'm sorry, I was excited.
Alright, if he was excited about Ireland, that probably means we're going there, right? And I didn't see this on the manuscript, but alright, I'll have to trust George for saying that, I guess. Alright, let's keep looking around. Alright, that opens a window up there. I don't know why. I see a pipe. Yeah, that's... I don't know why. Will we need to escape from it somehow? Who knows? We'll see. Oh, hold on. What's he doing? Is he closing the window? Oh, okay, so this is a distraction. Interesting. We can open this. This guy will get distracted and then we'll have to do something devious probably. Let's see. That's a totem.
Watch out! You'll have that done on top of us!
Will I? Let's try that again.
Watch out! You'll have that done on top of us!
Alright, so what happens if I distract him and then try and touch this?
Attention! Please do not open the window, monsieur.
Don't you think it's kind of stuffy in here?
Better stuffy than dead.
What's the problem? Fumes from car exhausts?
Not just that, monsieur. There's a new burger bar opened up across the street. The Laughing Buffalo.
So what's the problem?
They cook their burgers on a charcoal grill. And the fat falls on the open flames. The amount of organic compound and smoke particles released is astounding. Since they opened, local air pollution has doubled. And it stinks like a funeral pyre. That is why I keep the windows closed.
Alright, touchy much about the windows. Alright, let's see about this. I guess this is a sarcophagus.
Leave it alone. That closet is over 3,000 years old.
Closet? It's a sarcophagus.
Oh well, okay, he's a security guard, man. Don't be too hard on him. This could be a nice hiding spot, by the way, by the looks of it. Alright, let's talk to the guy. No, do not open the sarcophagus, man.
Don't even think of climbing in there, monsieur. You'll be suffocated.
I didn't want
I
to.
always wondered how it felt to be a mummy.
I just wanted to talk to you.
Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur?
Are you Lobineau?
Oh, no. Fancy you mistaking me for him. No. I am the deputy custodian.
But Lobineau does work here.
Work? I wouldn't go so far as to call it that. He studies here most days, but as you can see for yourself, not today.
Okay. Alright, let's talk about other stuff then.
Do you know anything about the Knights of the Temple?
No, sir. Not a sausage.
The sign on the tripod says it was found at a Templar preceptory.
It does?
Yeah. It doesn't mention John D. at all.
Most remiss.
You don't know anything about the tripod, do you?
No, I don't. I never had much of a start in life, you see. I owe what little education I gained to my uncle. He was an optician, but he also doubled as the village school teacher. He taught me the alphabet. Wait, 19 letters of it. The bottom row of the chart was too small even for him to read, so he left them out.
Why don't you start over and enroll for adult education?
You know, I never thought of that. Do you think if I studied art and did all my homework, I could be a professor of history?
At your age? Dream on.
Come on, man. Don't kill that guy's dreams. Alright, let's talk about important stuff though.
Do you know anything about medieval manuscripts?
Not me, monsieur. I am no scholar, though people often mistake me for one. It is the uniform, I guess. They see the clothes. They are impressed.
And they ask you to park their cars?
They ask me to park the... No. They assume I am an authority on the exhibits in my care.
Whereas you know next to nothing about history.
Of course not. All I am saying is, I am no scholar, not like Monsieur Lobineau.
Wow. The ironic interaction between characters in this game continues to amaze me. This must be... I'll make some highlights of these for sure. Alright, let's keep talking though.
Can you give me any further information about the tripod?
Certainly, monsieur. It's infamous. That tripod, that belonged to John Dee.
What's the importance of John Dee's tripod?
Dee was the most famous escapologist of the 16th century. The Houdini of his time.
Don't you mean alchemist? Escapologists use ropes, chains, and handcuffs, not tripods.
Well, whatever he was, that is the tripod he used in his experiments.
What kind of experiments did John Dee perform with his tripod?
Oh, the usual. Didn't you study chemistry at school?
Yeah, but we skipped over thaumatology.
Wow, there's a lot of things to talk about this tripod, isn't there? I'm hoping this is getting somewhere.
Can I take a closer look at the tripod?
What? Get it out of the case? Ah, no! That tripod is protected by a sophisticated surveillance system.
How sophisticated?
A painfully loud alarm bell.
Well, okay, that doesn't constitute sophisticated, but oh well.
How is the alarm bell triggered?
By the slightest pressure on or movement of any part of the case wherein that tripod is situated.
It strikes me that to call your alarm system sophisticated is, well, stretching the truth a little.
It has never failed yet. The sophistication is in its simplicity.
Wow, that is a phrase to remember. The sophistication is in the simplicity. Could that ever be true? Alright, let's talk about other stuff.
What does this tool mean to you?
That belongs in a museum.
Pardon?
It is a priceless historical artifact, if I am not mistaken.
No, it's a plain old tool for lifting drain covers.
Oh, no comment about that now, huh? How about this man, though? That could be important.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur. Is there any reason why I should?
I guess not.
Well, that actually gives us an information by saying he hasn't been here. Interesting. So we are a step ahead from the killer. That's good to know.
Do you recognize this red nose?
I don't think so.
What do you make of this tissue?
It is absolutely disgusting, monsieur.
Yeah, to that we agree. Oh, can we shake hands? Let's see. Please be the one that we can shake hands with.
Would you like to shake my hand?
Not while I'm on duty, monsieur.
Oh man, we keep shutting down.
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamut?
Oh no, I don't frequent places like that.
Do you recognize this ID pass? No.
Alright, and that exhausts all our options, I guess. So we do not get to see Lobino just yet, interestingly. I don't think we've missed anything.
Thanks for your help.
We did get the information about Ireland, so maybe we can go there. I don't know. It's kind of stretching it, though. Maybe let's go back and talk to Nico. Interesting. The music kind of suggests that we did something, but I don't feel like I did anything. Alright, no new locations. Let's go back to Rougerie, talk to Nico.
Hi. I've been to the Crune Museum.
Did you speak to Lobino?
No, he wasn't there.
Alright, we do have new topics of discussion, though. And something about a clown as well. That is interesting. I'm not gonna touch the manuscript, because I'll have to do all the interactions again. Let's talk about the two new stuff.
I found the tripod.
Where?
In the museum. It belonged to the Templars. It was dug up in Ireland at a place called Lochmarne.
I have heard of Lochmarne. I read an article about the castle. Take a look for yourself.
A popular gossip magazine. You read that rubbish?
No, I write it.
Ah, nice.
Professor Nigel Pegram, excavating the medieval castle at Lochmarne. That's strange.
What?
He resigned his chair at Durham University in order to devote his time to the excavation. Not only that, but he canceled the filming of a 4th series of his popular television program. This site at Lochmarne must be awful important to him.
He's a professor of history. They're all cuckoo.
All the same, I'd like to talk to this Professor Pegram. How do you feel about a trip to Ireland?
Disappointed.
Huh?
That I won't be going. I want to follow up the Bellotta case. If you really think Picram's gem is important, why don't you visit Lochmarne?
On my own? I'm not so sure about that. Where is Ireland exactly?
Oh, wow. Okay, Americans and geography. Am I right? Oh, man. After we finish this dialogue, I probably have to turn down the music a bit. It's getting pretty loud compared to the dialogue.
Have you found out any more about the murders?
Well, it may be nothing, but both the clan's victims visited Paris earlier this year.
When?
The second week of July. They were both here at the same time.
Did they meet?
I don't know, but I can't imagine it was coincidence.
All right. Let's go then. Let's go to Ireland.
I have to go.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Right now, fingers crossed we get a new location. Let's see. Oh, we get a new airport. Yes, we're gonna go to Ireland. Nice. We're in France. And we're about to go to Lochmarne, Ireland. A few hours later, this happens.
I passed the castle on the way into Lochmarne, the castle where Peagram's excavation was located.
And there we are at McDevitt's Food Lounge Bar. All right, a shady figure. Well, not too shady. Is it just a child, right? I don't know, from the graphics in these old games, you cannot really tell if it's a child or just a short man. I don't know. Oh, lots of stuff to look at as well. Let's see. Before we go inside.
I tugged at the trapdoor, but it was locked from the inside.
Locked from the inside, huh? Okay, so there is a basement then that we can explore.
I tugged at the plastic cover, but it didn't move.
That looks like an electrical junction box or something. All right, let's talk to the guy first.
Hi there.
What?
What's your name, kid?
Who are you calling kid? Who the hell are you?
All right. Why can't we talk about a French police officer with this guy? Wow, that is interesting. What will he ever know? I mean, a random child in the streets of Ireland about a rather unknown detective in France. Oh, well, we'll see.
I'm George Stobbart, and I'm with the good guys.
You're a head case, mister. A few sandwiches short of a picnic.
Cut the crap and tell me your name.
Liam McGuire.
What are you doing hanging around the bar, McGuire?
I'm on the run. From me dad.
Why? Did you do something bad?
I ain't done nothing, boss.
You can tell me, kid. Is it your dad?
Oh, sir. He drinks every last penny down his evil throat. And there's me poor old mother, bedridden and dying of presumption. I tried to buy her medicine. Chopped firewood for Father Mahoney till me fingers bled. The old skinflint cheated me too. But I took the pennies he gave me back home. Look, Ma, says I, see what your darling son has earned with his own sweat and blood. When suddenly, me dad appears and grabs the loot. I'm off to Dublin, heavy drinking, says he. Watch out till I get back. That's why I runned away.
Something in the grin on his face told me he wasn't being strictly truthful. Compared to him, Huckleberry Finn was a candidate for Altar Boy of the Year.
Yeah, the way he was telling the story definitely sounded made up. All right, let's move on.
What can you tell me about the castle, McGuire?
What do you want to know?
Well, can I get inside?
No, it's locked up.
Does anyone live there?
No. Only, what do you want to know? Oh, nothing.
You know something about the castle you're not telling me, don't you?
No.
What is it you're covering up? Is it something you're scared of?
I ain't scared of nothing.
All right, let's keep pressing the issue then.
I'll give you one last chance to tell me about the castle.
Oh, yeah? And what if I don't?
Then I'm taking you back to school.
Oh, there's a ghost. It's called the Phantom of Lochmarne.
Okay, this is getting weird. Let's talk about this ghost.
You're not telling me you believe in ghosts, are you?
Mister, I seen it with me very own eyes. Last Tuesday night, I went up to see what that dig was about. I just reached the top of the wall when I hears this awful noise.
What sort of noise?
A horrible snuffling and snorting, like O'Brien's pig, only worst. It was coming from inside the castle.
Well, that obviously wasn't a ghost, but we get the information that there is actually something moving about inside the castle, which is interesting in its own right.
Did you find out what was making the noise in the castle?
No fear. I just sat there on the wall like Humpty Dumpty. The moon was cracked and greasy like an old dinner plate. The yard was full of shadows. I could have been hiding anything. I would have gone home, but me legs had lost their stuffing.
Did you get to see the ghost?
Indeed I did. And a fearsome sight it is too. I sat on me arse, waited while the moon went down. Then out it comes from the shadows, all grey and tattered and hunched over like an old bent willow. Then I hears this spluttering and splashing and horrible laughter in the dark. I was so scared. Why, I fell off the bloody wall.
Yeah, I'm sure you did all that.
I'm sure there's a rational explanation for what you saw at the castle.
There is. The bloody place is haunted.
Alright, we're getting nowhere with the ghost. We just got the information, though, that there is something we will have to explore on our own time, I guess. Alright, let's talk about the killer, and I'm guessing this is Professor, what's his name? The one who will get us to the gem.
Have you seen a guy dressed as a clown?
Here in Lochmarne, they all dress like clowns.
Zing.
The man I'm looking for is a dangerous psychotic.
Jesus. It's just like that film I saw. There's this clown, see? And he's after this kid who saw him kill a guy. He tries to warn the sheriff, only no one believes him. Then, while he's in the tub, the clown cuts him up with a chainsaw.
My God, that doesn't sound suitable for a kid like you.
Who are you calling a kid? I'm 25.
Yeah, right. You're not a day over 14.
Oh no, it's 25 that I am. Married with a car and 3 kids. 10 kids if you count the wives.
Well, that's easy to understand why that's a lie, because he is outside the bar. That means he's not allowed inside, so he is obviously a minor. Alright, let's talk about the professor now.
Do you know a man called Pegram?
Can you describe him like on the telly in the cop shows?
He's an English archaeologist.
I know the man you mean if he's the one.
Can you tell me where I'd find Pegram?
No, I can't, 'cause he's not here now, but if I sees him, I'll ask him.
Do you know what Pegram was doing in the castle?
Digging for buried treasure. Jewels and gold and skeletons, like in the films.
Alright, so we've exhausted all the conversations about people. Let's move on to items. I don't know why we still have this tool for manholes here. Or I guess I do, but I don't know why we keep asking about it. I guess I just want to see if we can get some kind of funny answer from from everybody. So let's keep asking about everything we have in our inventory, if just for fun's sake.
What do you think this tool is used for?
Lifting drains.
Dead right. How did you know that?
Work experience course at school. That gives me a choice of going down the drains or up the chimney.
You're kidding.
Yeah, what a bright future, eh?
Have you ever seen this man before?
What a slimy character. No, I never seed him.
I wonder when this guy will appear again. Alright, let's keep moving though.
Have you ever seen anyone wearing one of these?
Sure. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That belongs to the killer clown you're looking for.
That's right.
Can I have it?
Sorry, I'm keeping this as evidence.
You should have told the cops.
I did. They weren't interested.
You should run tests on that, mister. You could identify the murderer with a sample of his snot.
Yuck. I don't think so.
Yeah, and more importantly, I do not want to.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing.
Alright, simple, one-word answer. Please shake my hand.
Give me your hand.
Get lost.
Oh, come on. I just want to show you a little trick.
No way, mister. I don't do tricks. Father Mahoney told me I'd burn in hell if I did.
I just want to shake your hand, that's all.
No way.
Oh man, This is getting me really curious now. Who will be the one who shakes our hand?
Do you recognize this matchbook, McGuire?
No, sir, I never seen it before in my life.
Ever heard of Thomas Merlin or the Gruber Electronics Corporation?
No?
All right, so I'm guessing that's all we get out of the kid. Let's go in and have ourselves maybe a drink. We'll see.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Oh wow, there's quite a lot of people in here, and we can talk to all of them. Interesting. All right, let's see. Should we explore first? I'm guessing that guy in the middle is gonna be important.
It was a beer-stained piece of toweling.
All right, so we obviously will need to wipe something off. Can't go inside here. There is a machine. All right, let's start talking to everybody.
Hi there, old-timer. What? Nasty cold you've got there. As soon as the words left my lips, I regretted them.
Is there such a thing as a cold which isn't nasty? I put the question to Father Mahoney. Father, says I, why were we born to suffer snot?
What did he say?
He said, it's my reward for being out all night like a sinner. Pious prig. Anyway, this is no ordinary cold. 'Tis the hay fever.
Pollinosis?
Thank you. You're not a policeman, are you?
Excuse me?
Police? No. I'd know it if you were.
All right. Wow, what kind of talking points are these? Like, I get the beer in the castle, but the string? All right, let's see.
Can I buy you a beer?
Very kind, I'm sure. But I don't drink the stuff Leary sells.
What's wrong with it?
I've seen what it can do.
Okay.
Can you tell me how to get into the castle?
Don't even think about it, me bucko. Lochmarne Castle is haunted.
That's what the kid outside told me, but I don't believe it.
Then you're a fool.
Ghosts don't bother me. I still want to visit that castle.
You can't. It's not open to the public.
There's no one around to stop me, is there?
That's right. Nothing human, anyhow.
Ooh, okay. All right, we can talk about the ghost again, I guess. Why not?
Have you ever seen the ghost?
To be sure. With me very own eyes.
Can you describe the ghost?
It was horrible. A wee stunted beast. Long beak. Straggly, flappy wings.
Are you sure it wasn't a wild animal? A rabbit or a skunk or something?
Skunk? In Lochmarne? That'll be the day. No, that was a ghost, to be sure.
You get the irony, don't you? Like, skunk? In Lochmarne, never. But ghosts? Oh, hell yes.
I think I know what you saw on the castle wall.
I know what I saw.
I don't think so. It was the kid, McGuire.
What?
He was up on the wall last Tuesday night. He thought you were the Phantom of Lochmarne.
Oh!
That actually makes sense. Two guys believing in ghosts make each other out to be the ghosts, I guess. Alright, about the important stuff now.
Do you know Pegram, the archaeologist?
That's the scrawny fellow who was poking around at the castle, isn't it? No, I don't know him.
Alright, and a piece of string is apparently an important topic for conversation.
What's that you're making?
It's a necklace, me bucko.
Oh, sure. Made out of steel wire?
That's right. A necklace for my pretty one. When my little lover peels it round her slender neck, she'll be mine. All mine.
Oh, wow. I mean, for an old game, the quotes in this are like never ending. Like, this piece of string, obviously the game implies he's about to kill his own wife with that piece of string. Alright, let's talk about the items now.
Can you identify this tool?
No.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
I can't tell without me glasses.
What does this red nose mean to you?
Nothing.
Wow, okay, we're not getting too much out of this guy, are we?
You could make use of this tissue.
Never use 'em. Those things are unhygienic.
Shake my hand, please.
Hey, would you like to shake my... no, on second thought, forget it.
Oh yeah, what am I even thinking about? His hand is gonna be nasty.
Could you use this towel?
I could, but it wouldn't be much use for anything else.
Alright. Fair point.
What does this matchbook mean to you?
Nothing. Go away and stop bothering me.
Wow, okay, he is all about one-word answers.
Take a look at this ID card.
I don't know anything about it.
Alright, we've had an interesting, while unproductive conversation, I guess. Let's move on.
I'll see you later.
Alright, the guy in the middle is gonna be important, I'm guessing. Let's see.
My name's George.
Pleased to meet you, mister. My name's Fitzgerald.
By the way, I noticed something. This guy over here, he puts that piece of string down. So whenever he coughs, that might be an opening for me to take it. Now, we'll revisit that after we're done talking to this guy. Fitzgerald, he's called.
What can you tell me about the castle?
There's nothing there. Just an old ruin.
How old?
I really couldn't tell you.
Have you ever explored the castle yourself?
I used to play there sometimes, when I was a kid. Then one of the little ones fell off the wall, broke his head and died. We didn't go there anymore.
You haven't been up there recently?
No.
Do you know Professor Pegram?
He's the archaeologist, isn't he?
That's right. Did you work at Professor Pegram's dig?
What gave you that idea?
Okay, obviously lying, so he did work for Pegram. Why is he lying though? Curious.
Can I get you another drink?
Oh, no thank you. I shouldn't be drinking at all. I'm on tablets for my nerves. More than a pint and I'll pass out.
What do you think this tool is used for?
Something to do with horses?
Wrong. It's for opening manhole covers.
Oh, really? Well, you learn something every day.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I'm sure I don't know him.
What does this red nose suggest to you?
Blood.
Why's that?
I used to bleed a lot when I was a kid. Every time there was a playground scrap, I'd end up with a bloody nose. I wouldn't have minded, but I wasn't even involved in the scraps.
Oh wow, that sucks for you.
What does this tissue suggest to you?
Nothing.
Shake my hand.
It's a trick, isn't it?
Damn it, you're right. I can't seem to fool anyone.
Yeah, exactly. What's up with that, man? Is everybody that that sly all of a sudden?
Ever seen this towel before?
Doesn't it belong on the bar?
Very observant, Fitzgerald. Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No.
Check out this pass.
Thomas Merlin? No, never heard of him.
Well, yeah, obviously. I don't know why we keep this card around anyway, seeing as we are in a totally different country now.
See you later.
Alright, let's try and grab this piece of string now. Necklace, as he calls it. Come on, man. Give it a cough. Let me have it.
As soon as the old guy looked away, I grabbed this piece of wire.
And obviously he's not gonna question where that wire went. He's just gonna dismiss it, as if it were normal. Alright, now let's talk to the bartender and the other guys.
Top of the morning to you.
I beg your pardon.
Well, that's what you Irish say, isn't it?
Do you want something? Or are you just flaunting your xenophobia?
Well, I was trying to be sociable.
Is it a room you're after?
Oh, okay. Interesting. Why not? Give me a room. Let's see where that leads.
That's not a bad idea. Do you have a vacancy?
I could. If you don't mind waiting until the last guest checks out.
No problem. When will that be?
When the undertaker comes to collect him.
Okay, that's how it works in Ireland, I guess.
Have you served any, clowns recently?
No. You're the first today.
Ouch. Okay, man. Okay.
Do you know a man called Pegram?
Indeed I do. Are you a friend of his, by any chance?
Oh, no. I'm just trying to track him down.
Me too. That son of a bitch should be locked away.
Did Pegram stay here?
Yes, he did. 6 nights plus breakfast.
And I'm guessing he didn't pay, and that's why this guy is holding a grudge against him.
I'll try a glass of beer, please.
Is this your first pint of real ale?
Well, I guess so. What's real ale, anyhow?
Beer that's brewed from natural ingredients to traditional methods. It shouldn't be kept under pressure or refrigerated. And finally, it should have a good body and distinctive character.
In other words, it's flat and worn with bits in, and it makes you fall over.
Alright, so we are not drunk yet, so... Alright, let's talk about the items. Man, there's gonna be a lot of talking in this episode, I'm sorry, but that's how old adventure games ended up being. Like, usually you had to talk a lot to get any leads.
Here's something which might interest you.
It doesn't.
Do you recognize this man?
No, I don't. What do you want with him?
I've got a score to settle.
I don't want any trouble in the bar, mister. If it's a fight you're looking for, see Father Mahoney.
A priest? A man of the cloth?
Sure. And he teaches the boys how to box at the youth club. According to Mahoney, it develops character. Isn't that right, Pat? Didn't he teach you the art of pugilism?
Dial. Sorry, Michael. I was miles away. What did you say?
Never mind.
Does this false nose mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
That's disgusting.
Uh-huh. I found it in the sewers.
What's the idea of waving it around in my face? You're worse than old Ron. Put it away, man.
Shake my hand, please.
Hey, bartender?
Landlord, if you don't mind.
Sorry. Shake my hand, why don't you?
Now, why should I do that? What have you got up your sleeve?
Nothing. Come on, just shake my hand.
Not just now, mister. I have to be careful on account of the health restrictions.
Aw, jeez.
Yeah, exactly, man. We're getting nowhere with this device.
May I borrow this towel?
Sure you can, on one condition.
What's that?
You keep it away from old Ron.
Who's Ron?
That's him in the corner, with the hygiene problem.
Okay, noted.
Do you recognize this matchbook?
No, sir.
Do you recognize the name on this card?
No. Should I?
Nah, it was a long shot.
Well, I'm guessing somebody will recognize it at some point. That's why we keep this on us, right?
Does this piece of wire mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Alright.
Look, I gotta be going.
Let's talk to the other guys then.
Hi, my name's Stobbart, George Stobbart.
Hello there, mister. What can I do for you?
Do you know Professor Pegram?
Do I know him? Do I know the good professor himself? No, I don't. I mean, I know who he is, but I don't know him to talk to.
Oh, the way he started the conversation, you'd think he'd know him very well, but apparently not.
Do you know anything about Pegram's excavation?
Only that he didn't have the right tools for the job. What he needed was shovels and a JCB.
Pegram was digging for historical remains, not coal.
Is that a fact? What the hell for?
It's the science of archaeology, Pops. Understanding how people used to live by what they've left behind. One day archaeologists might be digging up our remains.
Imagine that, Mr. O'Brien. I wonder what they'll find.
Well, it won't be arrowheads and beakers. Fast food cartons and flavored condoms, more likely.
Oh, wow. What a few things to leave back for the next generation, right?
Did anyone from the village work at Pegram's dig?
I tried it myself, but that high and mighty history man called me incontinent. What a nerve. Hadn't I dug more holes than the rest of them put together?
Do you remember seeing Sean Fitzgerald at the dig?
Let me see now. I think me brain box needs a spot of lubrication.
Oh, you need a beer bribe, right? Alright, here comes.
Can I buy you a drink?
You most certainly can.
Give me a drink for my friend here.
Who? Doyle? Has he conned you into buying for him? Shame on you, Patrick.
Same again. Just a point this time, Michael.
1 point of brown coming up.
Do you remember Sean Fitzgerald now?
I can picture the scene as if it was only last week. Come to think of it, it was only last week. Fitzgerald was there all right. Him and a bunch of students. He was speaking with the boss man.
Can you tell me anything about the castle on the hill?
Oh, I don't know much about anything. You should ask Mr. O'Brien here. He does joined up writing. Would you be one of them history fellows yourself?
Why not? Let's lie.
That's right. Professor Stobbart, Miskatonic University.
You're an archaeologist, and you're asking us about the castle.
Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien. The gentleman was talking to me. How come you didn't leave with the others?
I didn't know they'd gone.
Oh, yes. Packed their spades and shovels and away they went.
Seems I missed all the excitement.
What excitement?
Well, he's right there.
What do you make of this tool?
It's for lifting manhole covers.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
It's a handsome mug on that fella, to be sure. Is he a film star?
What does this false nose mean to you?
No, you're a clown.
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
No, boss.
May I shake your hand?
No, you can't.
Well, how come?
Because I'll spill me beer if you do.
Well, that's the best excuse we've heard to date, I guess.
What do you think of this towel?
Now, there's a fine piece of cloth if ever I did see one. Such craft must surely come from linen cupboards of the Vatican itself.
Yeah. No.
Do you recognize this matchbook?
No.
Does this security pass mean anything to you?
Well, no.
Well, you could have been a bit shorter with your answer, but okay.
Does this piece of wire mean anything to you?
Not me, mister.
Alright,
Bye for now.
off we go. Let's talk to the smartest guy, I guess, in the room, by the looks of it.
Hello there. My name's George Stobbart.
Pleased to meet you, I'm sure. I'm O'Brien. Can I help you?
Do you know Sean Fitzgerald?
Yes, I do. What you want with him?
I want to talk to him about working at the dig.
I can't imagine anyone employing Sean Fitzgerald on a dig. He wouldn't know a post hole from his elbow.
Have you heard of the Phantom?
More than that. I've seen it. And let me tell you, it's a dreadful spectacle.
So it's not just a local legend. There really is a Phantom of Lochmarne.
Oh no, I was talking about the Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, thank goodness. For a minute there, I thought this guy was crazy too. Oh, maybe we can get something out of him, at least. Because all the other guys, I don't know, they just seem like filler to me. Maybe we'll get somewhere with this guy.
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar?
I most certainly have. A remarkable institution. Did you know? They were the originators of our system of credit. Their financial empire stretched from the Atlantic to the Caspian Sea. With bases in so many countries, they had to establish new methods of fiscal transfer.
So, the Knights Templar were nothing but a bunch of bankers.
I don't get it. Are you saying these Templar guys invented bank charges?
In a manner of speaking, I suppose they did.
What a dirty trick. Didn't anyone try to stop them?
Oh yes, they were arrested and many were burnt at the stake.
Good. They bloody well deserved it if they were anything like my bank manager.
What can you tell me about the castle, Mr. O'Brien?
It's a fine sight now, isn't it? Dates back to the 10th century, you know. Most of the existing building was added much later, of course.
Are the ruins open to the public?
Oh no, it's much too dangerous. Anyway, there's nothing of interest remaining.
I beg to differ.
How can I get into the castle?
But those walls were built specifically to stop people getting in, Mr. Stobbart. But I dare say you'll find a way, if you've the will.
You know me.
Can you tell me about the tripod which was found at the castle?
Now there's a bone of contention and controversy. It was dug up by an Englishman of the archaeological persuasion.
Who was this Englishman?
Professor Pegram, the same man who dug up the gem.
Do you know where I can find Pegram?
You're too late to meet that fella.
Is he dead?
Not that, but he's gone from the village. I saw a pint with our esteemed host, I might add.
Do you know where Pegram is gone?
I'm sorry, but I don't. He upped anchor in the dark and shipped out before the dawn.
Why did he do that?
Who knows? A guilty conscience or a secret assignation. Whatever the reason, he'll not be missed in Lochmarne. Maybe now the fuss about the gem has died down, we can get back to normal.
Interesting. So did he find the gem and take it with him? Or did he leave it behind and will we be the ones to find it?
What can you tell me about the gem which Pegram found?
Now there's a gem which should never have been taken. A man would have to be full of greed to covet that stone. What's your interest in the jewel? You're not a reporter, are you?
Alright, so I was wrong. Actually, the gem was already taken by Professor Pegram. So what the heck are we doing even here? That's getting interesting. Alright, let's lie again. I'm gonna keep lying just for the fun of it.
Yes, that's right.
Another bloody news hound. Well, you're wasting your time here, boy. You'll find the people of Lochmarne are a tight-lipped and cautious lot.
Why? Have you got something to hide?
It's just that we don't like to wash our dirty laundry in public.
But you do have dirty laundry. Interesting.
Why is Pegram's departure upset the landlord?
Well, why don't you ask him yourself, Mr. Ace Reporter?
Does this tool mean anything to you?
I'd say it was for lifting manhole covers.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Nope, I've never seen him before.
Does this red nose suggest anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
What do you make of this tissue?
I guess that muck on it is grease paint.
Wow, this guy is actually right about everything. That's a first.
I'd like to shake you by the hand, Mr. O'Brien.
Oh, no, you don't.
Does this towel mean anything to you?
Sure, it's one of Leary's towels. Are you planning on stealing it?
Just borrowing it, if you must know. Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
The design is Middle Eastern, I'd say.
What can you tell me about this ID pass?
Gruber Electronics. I've never heard of it.
What do you make of this piece of wire?
It looks ordinary enough to me.
And we're done.
Goodbye for now.
Good riddance to you.
Alright, one last guy remaining.
He wasn't listening.
Or actually, no guy remaining. Alright, now, I don't know how we should proceed. Maybe let's go outside and talk to that kid more. We seem to be able to ask questions about this Fitzgerald guy here. So I'm guessing he might be important and we need somebody to talk to us about him. Maybe the boy outside knows more.
Hey, McGuire.
What?
Yeah, see, it's worth it to go back and forth between conversations because usually a topic of conversation with some person reveals the next topic of conversation with another one. Alright, let's talk about the dig.
Do you know anything about Pegram's dig?
He wouldn't let me anywhere near it. I offered to help, but he chased me off. I didn't want to see his smelly old hole anyhow.
Did anyone from the village work at the dig?
Pegram brought some students and bums with him. He reckoned no one in Lochmarne would know what to look for. The only local guy who worked for him was Sean Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald says he's never been anywhere near the dig.
He's having you on, mister.
See, now we're getting somewhere. We know he's lying. Let's go back inside and confront Fitzgerald.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Well, we kind of knew that already by the tone of his voice, but now we do have a confirmation which unlocks the next conversation, I'm guessing.
Mr. Fitzgerald? Doyle told me you definitely worked at the dig. He's seen you there. You might as well admit it.
I knew this would happen. I knew I'd get caught.
I need to talk to Professor Pegram, if he's still alive.
What do you mean? Is he in danger?
Yeah, you too, if I'm right.
You're not from the Social Security.
Hell no. What makes you think that?
Well, I was claiming benefits at the same time I was working for Pegram.
I'm not in a position to make judgments, Sean. That's between you and your conscience. All I want is to talk to Pegram about the gem.
But he's not here.
I know that. But he left that package with you, didn't he? So where did Pegram go?
I don't know. I swear it. He came to see me early this morning. Said he was leaving. He asked me to give this package to a guy called Marquet.
Oh, now we're getting somewhere. Maybe it's the gem.
Show me what's in the package, Sean.
I can't do that.
Why not?
I promised the professor.
So what? You didn't have any qualms about your benefit scam. So where's the harm in taking a peek inside Pegram's package?
You don't know these people. I can't. I don't dare.
This is your last chance to show me the package, Fitzgerald. I've been patient with you, but now it's time to kick ass.
But he'll kill me.
Who will?
The man from Paris. Jack Marquet. Pegram told me if I gave him the package unopened, I'd hear no more about it. But if I double-crossed Marquet, I'd be dead.
Jesus, okay, who's this Marquet guy?
I'll deal with Jacques Marquet. Give the package to me.
No. Why should I trust you? I don't know who to trust anymore. I wish I'd never even heard of the Lochmarne gem.
Oh, and he's off running. Uh-oh. What just happened?
Hey, I just seen a big red...
Get out of here, Maguire. Come back when you're old enough.
What's the lad howling about?
A big red sports car. Sean Fitzgerald's been runned over.
Get out! Noisy little tyke.
Maybe you should send out some medicinal brandy maker.
Oh, yes. And who's going to pay for it?
Not me.
Me too, neither.
Okay, so Fitzgerald just got run over. Let's go check that out.
I was telling the truth about Fitzy, mister.
Okay, calm down. Now tell me what happened.
I was standing here, minding me own business, when I saw this beautiful red sports car coming up over the hill. Would you look at that, says I, and I going over to take a closer look. Next thing, Fitzy comes tearing out of the pub and nearly knocks me on my ass, when the car just flies at him. It was too fast for poor old Fitzy, and hit him an awful wallop. He goes flying up on top. Jesus, says I thought he was a goner. Next thing, the driver hops out, and I couldn't believe my eyes. He was dressed like a bloody pixie.
Alright, so Fitzgerald was kidnapped. Interesting, exciting times. We're gonna have to find out more about that in the next episode, I guess. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know what you thought in the comments. If you enjoyed it, press the like button to help my channel out and the subscribe and bell buttons to receive a notification for new videos, as well as my live streams every Saturday at 8 AM Eastern European Time. See you next time, guys!